Welcome to the Hard After Dark podcast, where we don't have a topic this week and we're kind of just rambling.
That's what we do best.
No.
And pixie sticks, the little fucking, not pixie sticks. The Fun Dip stick tastes like fucking candy cigarettes.
I miss those. They still have them, but they're called candy sticks now.
Yeah, God forbid. Fucking, they still resemble fucking old cigarette packs though.
They do.
I mean,
they don't have the Marlboro man on them, but they got the cowboy riding the horse.
I had, like, those ever since I was a kid, right? I don't smoke. I mean, I know you can't say the same, but...
I mean, I also had my grandpa just give me cigarettes as a toddler.
Well, okay.
As a little young babe. He would just see me drooling for his lucky strikes, and he's like, here you go.
Starting you out young, I guess.
I mean, he didn't light it. Still unhealthy.
See, I just imagined, he's crying, give him a cigarette to calm down. For some reason, he's got some weird accent.
And a shot of whiskey.
Yeah.
No, he would just put the Lucky Strike in my cigarette, and I would just drool all over the
He would put the Lucky Strike in your cigarette?
Yeah, he'd put the Lucky Strike cigarette in my mouth. I'd just drool all over it. There'd be just tobacco all over the place with baby spit.
That's interesting.
But, Lucky Strikes don't have filters. So it's just an open-ended cigarette on both ends.
Nice.
So, yeah, I ingested a lot of tobacco as a child, apparently.
Well, no, I was never interested in smoking. I saw my mom do it so much that it just never interested me. And when I actually finally got to be of age to smoke, I bought a cigar here and there.
I was kind of the same. My dad still smokes.
I was not the same. It tasted delicious. They smelled great. Menthols, you just shut it down. I will be happy.
I don't think that's the message we want to get across. Kids don't smoke.
Smoke.
Hey, if they're 18, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do.
That's
They're
true.
not kids anymore.
I mean, I wouldn't call them adults either, but whatever.
Well, no, but legally they're adults.
Were any of you guys given the rock and rye treatment? Like if you were...
Oh, the alcohol as a child?
Yeah, like if you were, like, for one, if you were teething, they'd rub the whiskey or rock and rye or whatever it was on your teeth.
Some type of hard whiskey or rum.
Yeah. No, nobody ever did that to me.
I had that.
Like, oh,
I've
he's
heard-
coughing. Give him a shot.
That and when you're a little older, but you're still a kid. Like, if you ever had like a fever or something like that, something you would normally take NyQuil for.
My stepdad makes his own medicine.
Yeah, something you would take NyQuil
I
for.
thought you were just about to say my stepdad makes his own meth.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that white trash.
But,
My sister made meth a couple times.
One of my grandparents would
True
just
story.
be like, here's this for your cold fever. Like, it'd just be like whiskey or rum or something like that, and then I'd just feel like all warm, and then I'd immediately go to sleep.
See, my stepdad makes his own medicine. He goes out and buys like the purest fucking vodka he can get a hold of, and then just like some hard candies, whether they be cinnamon or whatever other flavor that he wants to make the medicine taste like, and he just melts those things down.
Mixes it with the vodka.
And mixes it with the vodka, where it's like the consistency of cough syrup.
Okay.
It's got a real healthy burn to it.
That's not medicine. That's just...
It's candied alcohol.
Yeah.
But it's his homemade medicine.
I mean, it
white
would,
trash has its privileges.
it would definitely help you forget about your problems.
It clears up your chest pretty quick.
Yeah, I could imagine that too.
If you got a stuffy nose, you don't have it for a minute.
You're probably so drunk you don't care.
I mean, it's pretty strong. It's good though.
Tastes real good. So what did we learn here today, kids? Smoke and make your own medicine with really, really strong vodka.
Yeah,
Candy.
like give slobbering baby cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
and if they're teething, get them wasted.
Yeah.
It's how we grew up.
It's good
I
lessons.
mean, it's how I grew up.
Yeah.
Like I said, nobody ever did that. You know, the whiskey and stuff. To me, they I don't remember.
So my family's just been straight up white trash from word go. Like I said, like my sister fucking made meth a few times because she ran away and decided that she wanted to be an escort.
Okay.
And to make money on the side, they just they got a couple friends together and they just started making meth.
Okay.
And my grandpa also grew pot.
There's a lot of people that my family knew that made meth, sold crack.
Just
Lot
a
of-
little different when it's
We-
in the family, though.
Well,
we knew
these-
none of that.
These people were like super close family friends. I was over at the big main drug dealer's house a few times. He was very blind. And
He probably didn't take the proper scientific safety procedures when making it. You know, you're supposed to wear goggles and a lab apron and stuff like that when you're in the lab. So
he was the biggest, as far as I know, he was the biggest drug dealer in that county. So
I remember the day my grandma made my grandpa get about the pot business. It's, there was helicopters constantly flying over the trailer. She's like, "You got any up there on the hill?" He's like, "Don't worry about it. They're surrounded by tomato plants." It's like, "No, we're done. You're out the business. No more." He had to sell his field.
yeah, the drug dealer my family knew. He got caught and then fled the state.
this has been a very interesting topic for some reason.
Yeah, well, you know.
White trash is a badge of honor, Chris.
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say
know
that.
about that.
You want to talk about Disney taking all their stuff off of all the streaming services?
I wonder how that's going to work with Marvel, though.
Or Star Wars.
Or Star Wars, yeah.
But it's like, I mean, they're owned by Disney. Does it affect Touchstone?
Well, I mean, it looks like since they struck a deal with Netflix that it would still have to go on Netflix
But for
Yeah.
how long?
until the contract runs out.
Like I said, I feel like if it's an actual Disney, just Disney thing, I think it'll probably get taken off. But things are already like a Netflix series, like the Defenders and stuff like that, will probably remain
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Speaking of Defenders, this is being recorded the day before the Defenders comes out. So
The Offenders.
the Offenders, yep.
They just offend everyone, I guess.
The Vindicators.
The Devengers.
The Avengers.
This is the day before the Defenders comes out. So we don't know what to say about it, except for it's a series that's happening.
Give your predictions. Is it going to be good or bad?
I feel like I'm still not going to like Elektra.
Nobody likes Elektra. She's a shit character. She's always been a shit character.
That's very true. I think I'll like it.
I feel like Susan Sarandon. No. What?
You don't feel like Susan Sarandon, or you do?
No, I said I do.
You do feel like Susan Sarandon? How does that feel?
No, I was just saying. I feel like I was gonna say I feel like she's gonna be a good villain.
Who's she supposed to be?
She's an original character meant for the series.
That's
Like, I remember Sigourney Weaver in the trailers.
Sigourney Weaver. That's what I meant. That's why I stopped. I was like, wait, that's not right.
Because I was like, is he
that
talking about Sigourney Weaver?
Is that the right person? That's why I stopped. I was like,
I don't know
wait.
if she's going to be a villain or not.
She is.
Because, like, she's, like, kind of, like, between her and Stick, I feel like they're, like, in the trailers, they're both, you know, playing the Nick Fury part and bringing them together. Then again, I haven't seen the latest trailer. I'm just going by the ones that I've seen and remember.
I'm pretty sure, like they said in like interviews and stuff like that she's the villain. But like I said, she's like an original character created for the series.
I don't like when they do that.
As long as somebody puts a bullet in Elektra, I don't give a damn.
I mean, if they do it right, I think it'd be okay. I mean, Phil Coulson was an original character.
Yeah, but he wasn't a super big part.
I don't think she's going to be a super big part. She'll probably die by the end of the season.
I mean,
And Phil Coulson's became a huge part.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he kinda is.
Like, he went from, like, a minor, like, comedic relief role to, like, he's involved in a lot of shit.
Yeah,
And,
but I mean, like...
he's been... I was gonna say, he was in, like, almost all the movies with some role, wasn't he?
And then he was,
Before they killed him in the first Avengers movie and then put him on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I mean, yeah, he was in those movies, but he was really not, like, a super big part, except for in the Avengers.
I mean, you like the shitty S.H.I.E.L.D. show, and you know he's a big important character there.
Hey, the shitty S.H.I.E.L.D. show got better.
No.
Yeah, it got better.
It's still bad.
How? Did you not watch the season with Ghost Rider and all them in it?
It's still bad. Like, just because they have cool characters does not make the show better. The show is bad.
I disagree.
I disagree. I thought the first season was a little rocky, but...
Yeah.
And what are we on, the 4th or 5th season?
I don't know, too many. It's just bad. I feel like they try way too much with it.
I think we just ended the 4th.
Okay, yeah, the 3rd season for me was a little much.
Yeah.
It's like they try too much in the fucking show, and they should just not do that. It's not good. It's not as bad as Gotham, but they're both failing class.
I disagree. I like Gotham, but I don't like...
How they rewrote the characters sometimes?
it's a weird, like... I have to separate it from anything I know from the comics.
Oh, Gotham's got, like, all kinds of characters wrong. Like... But still, just as a show, it's not good.
It's alright.
There's a couple good beats per episode, but overall, the episodes are bad.
I don't really like how they're depicting Jim Gordon now, though.
That's because he's not Jim Gordon.
He's
a guy named Jim Gordon. He's not, you know, who will eventually be Lieutenant James Gordon.
He's a guy that goes in guns blazing first.
Yeah. Yeah. From what I remember, Gordon was not that.
No, Gordon planned shit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very rarely did he just give into an emotion and just fucking go.
That seems like all that this Gordon does, though.
And then, I really don't know what the fuck they're doing with Barbara.
Like I said, that really confused me. So when it said Barbara Gordon, and then like she's hanging out with like Riddler and all of them, and I was like, what? I'm so confused. Like, why is Batgirl hanging out with like?
That's not
Riddler?
Batgirl.
Yeah, no.
Barbara was named after her mother.
Okay.
Who never went crazy like that.
No. Adam's wife went crazy. A lot of people didn't like that book, though. The Identity Crisis. A lot of people didn't like that book.
I know Jim Gordon's son's crazy.
When he has a son.
When he has a son.
I feel like the one Marvel show that's going to be awful is Inhumans.
Oh god, it's going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's going to be a dumpster fire.
I mean, Lockjaw looks interesting.
Lockjaw is the only redeeming quality of that show so far.
Lockjaw is a fucking dog with a goddamn tuning fork on his forehead.
Exactly.
You cannot say that's a redeeming quality. He's just
It is a
the
redeeming
character.
It is a redeeming quality because they actually did that character right.
At the same time, though, with, like, the look of the rest of the show, he kind of looks out of place.
Oh yeah,
That's why I was saying you can't call him a redeeming quality when he's the one thing they got right. You're like, no, this just makes it worse now. You knew that you could make it right, and you're like, nah, fuck all.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Again, I'm gonna say this: I never give a fuck about any of the Inhuman stories. Even the whole like, oh, Daisy Johnson is Quake in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All the Inhuman stuff about, you know, whatever that place is called. I forget its name. It's basically the Inhumans Genosha, though.
What's the emo fucking Inhuman that can't speak because his voice will fucking shatter?
That's Black Bolt. He's the leader.
Yeah, he's the one that lives on the moon by himself eventually.
Yeah. Unless you count Uatu, the Watcher.
The Watchers are fucking just... I never liked the Watchers.
I was going to say that he doesn't really live on the moon by himself. He has a neighbor. They just don't live that close to one another.
They can't talk to each other.
No. Technically, that's...
I was going to say Black Ball does kind of play a big role in Earth X. Because I know you're reading that.
Only because I'm forced.
Is it Earth X or Universe X?
I can't remember.
I just don't care for the Inhumans, like, at all. It's just, like, they've never interested me.
There are very few neat
I don't
things.
give a fuck about, like, dude having supersonic god voice or the bitch that can control shit with her hair.
There are very few things that I enjoy out of the Inhumans.
She has man jaw. That's what she has. Have you not seen her picture in the new TV show? Like, not to fucking make fun of someone's appearance, but she's got man jaw.
Her hair looks so flat, too. Like, when I think of Medusa, I think of fucking flowy,
big
fucking
hair,
snaky-like hair. But this just looks like they put a really weird anime cosplay wig on her.
They flat ironed her hair.
I just don't think of the Inhumans, period. I find it makes my day better.
I mean, I kind of have to since I read Marvel, but I do not see this show going well at all.
Let's just bring back Agent Carter.
I would love to see an Agent Carter season 3. That's never going to happen though, which is a shame because I absolutely love Haley Atwell.
I didn't get into that show. I completely and totally missed it. I was like, I don't like S.H.I.E.L.D., so fuck it.
I think the problem with Agent Carter wasn't the fact that it was a show based around Agent Carter or Howard Stark or Jarvis. Was it Jarvis?
Wait, I'm confused what you're talking about.
Agent Carter.
Yeah, but what does Jarvis have to do with it?
Wasn't Jarvis the, like, secondary character?
Okay. I think so.
Edwin Jarvis. He, but, you know, the problem I think that was really the series had is the fact that it was so disconnected from everything else going on. Because it was, what, 1940...
It was what, taking place around the fucking time frame of, like, the beginning of the first Avenger?
No, it was after the first Avenger.
It was still the same time frame.
It was, I mean, it's pretty much after World War II ended. But it was still it was so far back in the 1900s that it really didn't connect to anything the movies had going on or Agents of Shield had going on, except for
I mean,
a little
like they
Easter
couldn't
egg
really,
in there.
really use any of the characters since it was based in the 40s.
I mean,
America was fucking frozen. Other characters didn't exist yet.
I forgot. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I mean, I liked Agent Carter a lot. I thought it was a great show. But I like Haley Atwell a lot. I think she's hilarious and pretty kick-ass. But that was, I think, the main problem with it is it didn't feel like it was a Marvel show.
I just avoided it like it was the plague because I was not going to watch another show like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I liked it a lot better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. there for the first season, like, I'm doing this to basically keep up with what's going on.
Mm.
The second season, I was like, okay, it's getting a little better. Third season, I was like, eh. And the fourth season, I actually really enjoyed. But that's because it focused a lot less on the Inhumans.
And it had Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and it had Ghost Rider. Robbie Reyes, which is not my favorite Ghost Rider, but Johnny Blaze did show up, so...
Yeah, he was hinted at.
Well, he straight up made a cameo.
Who's the actor that got to play Johnny then?
Oh, they didn't show...
It was just that clip.
He was just in Ghost Rider form.
But I mean, still, they had to have an actor play him.
Yeah, but he probably wasn't listed. I haven't looked it up.
They did Ghost Rider really well, though.
I mean, it's not hard to one-up the fucking movies.
That's true.
It was like, hey, we need to make Ghost Rider cool. It's like, well, that's not going to be hard. Anything that we do is just going to be an improvement.
You know, they wanted to have Nick Cage reprise his role.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Nick Cage was like, nah, I'm good.
I feel like stuff like that is the reason why Marvel still fucks up from time to time. Because they have stupid brain.
I like those movies, but it's from their cheesy perspective. But
I like Sam Elliott.
yeah, but they're not great. Not great movies.
The first one, like they're both terrible fucking movies. The first one is okay. The second one pissed me the fuck off.
It was so slapsticky.
Not only that,
Just the
there's
whole
the
thing.
heartburn.
Like, if you're in Ghost Rider form, what happens if you have to pee?
there's the whole dream sequence, Chris.
Huh?
There's the whole dream sequence where he pisses fire.
Was that necessary?
No, absolutely
No,
not.
it wasn't. That's why it was a dream sequence.
Just like showing what's his face getting stuck in the tree. That was just stupid.
I was just pissed off that it was called Spirit of Vengeance. And Vengeance wasn't in it.
I know I wanted to see a live action version of Vengeance.
Because I remember watching the first trailer, and I thought it was fucking stupid because, they showed him pissing fire in, like, almost every single TV spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I hope Vengeance is going to be good. It's titled Spirit of Vengeance. Ghost Fighter must fight vengeance.
Ghost Fighter?
Ghost Fighter. Ghost Rider must fight vengeance.
But he doesn't.
Then I see the movie and I'm like, no.
It's Blackout and Mephisto.
And
I think they just called him the devil in the second one for some reason. They didn't really actually call him Mephisto.
He was Mephisto. That's
For
what I'd
some
like to
reason-
see play a big part in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Mephisto.
Yeah.
I don't
like
think they'll
so.
ever do that because there's a lot of religious tones that they'd have to do, but
I like DC's version of hell better.
it's just hell.
No, DC's hell, there's like 4 fucking rulers of hell.
I mean, Marvel's version has about 4 rulers too.
Because there's, well, I mean, that and Etrigan plays a big part in all the hell scenes, so that automatically makes them better.
But like, Marvel has Mephisto, Satan. Oh God.
DC's got Satan, Beelzebub. I want to say Maleficent, but I know it's not Maleficent. Something very similar.
It's just a random Disney character.
Something very similar to Maleficent. And there's another one.
I was
about to say
Oh, and Lucifer. Lucifer's there too.
I was about to say, for some reason, my mind, when you were listing off like names, I was like, my mind was like Dormammu, but I don't think that's right.
Dormammu's a different dimension, but he's close.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to tell me once they were big into Diablo, and I was at the time playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance, I think. I got to the part where where they mention Mephisto, or I don't remember if they call him Mephistopheles.
That was the word, Mephistopheles.
That's Mephisto in Marvel, but
They called him that in the first Ghost Rider movie.
yeah, but it was funny because he was like, they stole that from Diablo. The name. It was like,
Yeah, because, Diablo came out in, like, the early 90s. Ghost Rider only came out in, like fucking 1971.
Mephistopheles has been around for fucking ages.
Oh, that, too.
But it was I couldn't believe.
It's like, God forbid Diablo take anything from any biblical source.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's that game got? Devils and demons and whatnot?
Clearly not biblically.
It's like, they're too bad there's not a book they could fucking, look at to get some fucking shit for that.
They got the Grim Reaper in a recent DLC. Semi-recent.
I never got into Diablo.
Diablo 2 was my jam. I do not like Diablo 3.
I got friends who play Diablo 3, and they were telling me the other day, hey, you should get on. And I was like, why? And they're like, you probably have like 40 plus gifts from all of us. Oh, okay.
I just don't like Diablo 3. It's not as fun. I just don't like playing it on console.
I just never got into just Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 or any of them.
I like the top-down fucking, RPG type things.
I like that sometimes, but I don't know. Diablo just didn't do it for me.
So I like Diablo. That's probably the only reason why I actually played through the Marvel Ultimate Alliance and whatever the X-Men one was. What was the X-Men one called? It was on the GameCube. I remember you started out with like Magma or Pyro or something. Not Pyro.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking. I know which X-Men games you're talking about. I don't remember what they're
I do
called,
too.
But they were kind of like a weird predecessor for Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just can't.
Because that game reminded me of Diablo, but at the same time it had the X-Men in it, so I was like, it's double the pleasure.
But would you play a game with the Inhumans in it?
I played one with the, what was that one on the fucking fighting game on the GameCube?
Which one?
I don't fucking know. I can't. It's like they're kind of like the Inhumans.
The Imperfects?
Yeah, the Imperfects.
Rise of the Imperfects?
Yeah, I played that game. It was kind of fun for like a minute.
Was that like wasn't there like a game called like Marvel Nemesis or something like that?
Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had that.
Some of
game.
them were weird.
The ballerina with the blade feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a dude that had like, I think he had like needles in his face, but he had like electric powers or something like that.
Something like that.
My name's Needleface.
Then there was the big
Shoot electricities.
There was the big,
I
huge Hulk dude.
I know that there's like one part of the game where you fought like an infected version of like Ben Grimm. And he was, I just thought that design was really cool because he's like pulsating with like this green stuff
Yeah.
all through his cracks and everything. I was like, oh, that's
The
cool.
biggest problem I have with that game
That's
is
scary as crap, but it's cool.
playing through the first time, you're just waiting to unlock the next Marvel character, right? You get to the cinematic of fucking, you find out some of the Marvel guys have died, and you see the Punisher's skull just waving in the wind like fucking Superman's cape in Doomsday. And you're like, well, I guess I'm not playing as Punisher in this game. Great. It's not like, I wanted to play as the Punisher or nothing.
I liked. Oh, what was it? It was a Spider-Man game. It wasn't Shattered Dimensions. It was
Any of the Spider-Man games that fucking Neversoft made were great.
Was it Web of Shadows?
Yes, Web of Shadows, and Ultimate Spider-Man 2, actually.
Yeah.
But both of those games were fucking awesome.
I didn't play any of those. I played the Neversoft Studios Spider-Man games on the first PlayStation, and then the movie Spider-Man games.
I'm really hoping that the new Spider-Man game coming out for the PS4 will be really good.
What one's that one?
I think it's just called Spider-Man, but it's being made. I think it's being made by Naughty Dog.
Is that one the one with the 2099 Spider-Man, or was that the one before that one?
That one's
Shattered Dimensions.
Okay.
Yeah, Shattered Dimensions, or
No, it was something Tom, wasn't it?
yeah, because I mean he was in Shattered Dimension, but he didn't actually team up with.
I know he was a big
Spider.
part in one of the last couple Spider-Man games.
Yeah, but no, this one.
It's a weird costume, this new one.
Yeah, it kind of resembles the movie one, like from Homecoming, but then again, it's still kind of different.
It looks like they decided to take the White Spider from Venom, stretch it out, put it over the normal costume, and also kind of add some Ben Reilly costume style in there.
It's interesting design, but I'm hoping it's going to be good because
It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to bring back some nostalgia from like playing the free roaming Spider-Man 2 game on PS2.
Mm-hmm.
That was so fun.
But are they going to let you play as Man-Spider?
We can only hope.
I feel like that was like one of the dumbest missteps in Spider-Man.
I loved Man Spider. I thought he was cool.
No.
The story was kind of stupid,
Yeah,
Very, very stupid.
but I loved the design of Man Spider.
I was like, yeah, from an action figure standpoint, he looked dope. Reading the story or watching the episodes, oh, they were bad.
Yeah.
They were bad.
This doesn't really pertain to anything that we're currently talking about, but I read somewhere that in a upcoming Daredevil story arc, apparently Fisk becomes mayor.
I mean, good. Fucking, he needs more stories.
Yeah.
His standalone issue was the only good thing to come out of
I'm trying to remember who the fuck Fisk is.
Wilson
Original
Fisk.
Sin.
Wilson
Or-
Fisk?
Kingpin.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Was that Original Sin?
Apparently in an upcoming story arc, he becomes mayor. Mayor Fisk.
I guess he'll be replacing Jonah Jameson then.
I haven't read Marvel in quite a long time. I didn't know fucking JJ was fucking mayor.
Yeah, JJ became mayor. I don't know if he's still mayor, but he became mayor. And his dad married Aunt May, I think.
That's interesting.
So-
Small world.
So, like, while he was being the mayor, who was running the Daily Bugle?
I think the Daily Bugle went under at that point.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I can see that. Nobody buys newspapers.
I was gonna say it got. Last I remember, it got bought out by some other news company, but I don't remember what it was.
BuzzFeed.
It just became BuzzFeed.
No, it was Now This. Now This Bugle.
Now this Bugle is closing.
Now This Bugle apologized for trying to...
Be the Daily Bugle when we're not the Daily Bugle.
Trying to buy the Daily Bugle's subscriptions and subscribers and stuff like that. So we're gonna close this down and start our own.
BuzzFeed Jr.
Now This Bugle too. I love YouTube drama sometimes.
I wonder
Sometimes,
if
yeah.
did they ever shut down the Daily Planet?
I don't know.
I don't read Superman.
You sounded so defensive when you said, I don't read Superman.
I like to think that I read good books. So I don't read Superman.
There's a good Superman story here and there, but yeah, I don't...
Red Sun was the last good Superman book I read.
Apparently there is a DC series coming out called Magic U, which is like all upcoming like magic user superheroes or something like that.
Like, when you say
Like-
upcoming, do you mean already established, or they're just making new fucking heroes?
No, I don't know, but
It's X-Men, but magic.
So,
yeah.
like,
I was gonna say I said it like X-Men, Harry Potter.
so Dark Justice League.
I guess.
It's like we're gonna get Constantine,
It's
Santana,
gonna- yeah.
possibly Dead Man.
Yeah, I guess they're like instructors or something. I don't know too much about what it was. I just know that it was like announced.
Dark Justice League, ha.
What is Constantine's subject? Is it just how to fuck over the devil?
He just teaches cons.
I was gonna say he's probably like the defense against the dark arts.
He's just cons and spells, and how to con spells.
No. They give him the Snape.
How to fake magic.
They give him the Snape treatment. They put him in potions.
I just feel like Constantine would be the best. It's like, if you want people to think you're casting spells, light your hands on fire. They go away real quick. Because, I mean, that's what he did in the show. Like, he would, like, try to sneakily, like, fucking turn his lighter upside down to get the lighter fluid in his hands, and then he just struck it. He's like, ooh.
Magic.
Like, you clearly just lit your hands on fire, dude.
You're gonna need medical attention after that.
No, he can put it out real quick. You just shake real quick. You're good. It's Zippo lighter fluid. It don't burn forever.
I know somebody who, they were an idiot, but they poured lighter fluid all over their hands and decided they wanted to try doing a Kamehameha. Their skin started melting off.
It was like, how? It was like, did they think they were going to shoot a fireball?
I guess. They were really drunk, apparently.
Who did this, if I may inquire?
Becky Rogers.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
It wasn't Becky Rogers.
I was trying to protect the fucking stupid.
identity. Okay, yeah.
That's why I said Becky Rogers. So when he says it, we can just take that clip and put it over it.
It was Tim.
Oh, okay.
Or we can just say it was Tim. Wait, like, Jim's Comics Tim?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck him then.
Yeah.
Everybody can know he's a dumbass. Are you trying to fly away?
No, I'm trying to, get some circulation going.
But maybe you were trying to, like, recreate the fucking Nelly Furtado video. And fly like a bird.
I don't know that video.
How the fuck do you not know the most popular song of like early 2000s?
How'd the song go? I don't remember.
I'm like a bird, only fly away. I don't know what my home is.
Was that Nelly Furtado?
Yeah, that was Nelly Furtado.
That was like her biggest hit.
That was like her only hit.
I vaguely remember it.
Who did Isn't It Ironic?
Alanis Morissette.
That's what I thought.
Because bitch don't know what ironic means. And everybody gets her confused with the chick that sang I'm a Bitch.
Who did sing that?
Can't remember her name. All I know is she vaguely looks like Alanis Morissette.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the Fine Brothers had a React episode where teens reacted to Backstreet Boys. And it made me feel so old.
I don't watch the Fine Brothers.
I just saw it and I was like, yeah, why not?
I've watched a couple episodes here and there just to be like, I'm probably gonna hate myself.
Maybe it's jealousy, but I just don't watch them because I hate that they make so much money from people sitting there and going, well, that was stupid.
I mean, at least they cut it down compared to other React channels that just sit there and watch the entire video instead.
Oh, they have higher quality. Yay.
I mean, like, you know, their videos kind of have a point. They're like, hey, we're going to take this old fucking thing and see how the new generations react to it. Or this new thing and see how the old guard fucking react to it.
Yeah.
The other guys are just like, hey, I'm going to get money for doing nothing.
I mean, Fine Brothers basically still get money for doing nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah.
They used to do interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I hold them in a
had, like,
slightly
an anime
higher
series.
regard. Like, I don't fucking like them.
I
I think
that.
they're fucking garbage people.
Oh, yeah.
I hold them in a slightly higher regard than any of the other reaction people that just watch videos and just smile the whole fucking time.
I guess I can give you that one, but they gave up actually decent content for React videos.
Because they could pump it out easier, or they could pump it out faster and cheaper.
Yep.
Like all reality TV.
I mean, not that we can say much. We do the 5 facts, like, to get them out a little faster than what we could the other videos.
I've been kind of hindered on that, though. Because, you know, dead leg.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wrote a new script today.
Yeah.
That's progress.
That's progress.
Mini Mythos.
I don't want to call it that. That name sucks.
I think it's kind of catchy.
I'll figure out something better to call it.
Micro
Okay.
Mythos.
I feel like if you call it that, he has to talk like the Micro Machines guy.
We're not talking like the Micro Machine guy. I'm not him. I'm not that fucking ferret dude. Not doing that. I just feel like it would just be me going, ah!
I feel like we should do that in the middle of the video at some point. Just like
try to step it up a notch every fucking sentence.
yeah.
And then just me yelling at the fucking microphone.
Just eventually freak out. Like, ah! Sorry, got out of hand. Just go out what you're doing.
My heart.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
No.
I don't remember the rest of that song.
I don't. I know some burst our bubble, something like that.
Just reminds me of the B-52s. Did they sing that?
I don't think so.
Okay. So it just made me think of the B-52s for some reason.
It just reminds me of the Power Rangers movie.
The new Power Ranger movie wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It was really...
Not that Power Rangers movie, the original Power Rangers movie.
I remember as a kid thinking it was the best fucking movie, like, this side of Ninja Turtles.
I went back a while ago.
Oh
and
yeah,
watched
going
the
back and
original
watching
movie.
it, oh my god, the CGI is god awful.
Oh yeah.
I saw it and I was like, We had Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park was a mix of CGI and fucking puppeteer work.
Yeah. But, I mean, still, the CGI in Jurassic Park was pretty good looking.
That was fantastic for the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
they also had Spielberg money to fall back on.
So, yeah.
Power
that's
Rangers
true.
had Saban, which is cheap as fuck. They're like, we're gonna make a TV show out of 4 other shows. Get used to it, bitch. Like, we'll hire some American kids to come in and then like stand in front of a camera for like 2 minutes, and then we're fucking cutting.
We'll cut to, like, footage from another show.
It's like half the time they didn't even
Spliced
fucking
it in
care. There's still Japanese signs in the backgrounds during fight scenes.
You know what character I was reminded of, by the way, when I saw, like, an ad for it? Ninjor.
Fuck's Ninjor.
Okay, so... You know how, like,
Where's your Tums? Totally not sponsored by Tums.
they're by Gatorade. We're not, also sponsored by Gatorade.
Totally sponsored by Gatorade and Tums. Give us your money. We say you're great.
When they became like the kind of like the Ninja Rangers after, like, when Adam was like got the Frog Zord and all them.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm talking.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. When it comes to stuff like Power Rangers, I remember Kamen Rider. I remember Big Bad Beetleborgs. I vaguely remember VR Troopers. And then Ultraman. Like that.
This was after. This was when like Tommy got the Falcon Zord, Rocky got like the Red Dragon Zord. It's the kind of their Ninja Zords. You know what I'm talking about? That
I know what
that
your
period in the
ninjas.
show?
I know what the Ninja Zords
Okay.
are.
But okay, that period in the show, but they got another character that's he's Ninjor. He's called Ninjor. He's pretty much like a miniature robot Zord or something like that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You don't remember him, okay?
I remember in Turbo there was a police car that
I don't-
turned into a.
I don't have my
a guy.
phone, or else I'd show you a picture of him.
I'll use my phone.
Because I remember in Turbo they had the police car guy. That did he have a unicycle?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I just remember there being a police car transformer dude. That was like the unofficial fucking extra ranger. But
I barely remember him.
I don't remember Ninjor.
Yeah, I barely remember Ninjor.
I have an action figure of him somewhere.
I don't remember him like whatsoever.
Like
I
I have
have
an
to
action
throw an
figure of
image
him.
up now.
Like I have an action figure of him, and his figure is like one of those like flip head ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you flip his head, and he's wearing like he looks like that.
I still don't remember.
But
him.
usually when he's in that form, he's usually like Megazord size.
That's interesting.
You know what else I didn't like about? I think it was Turbo or the second movie, the one that had the kid Blue Ranger.
That they were cars?
No, that he
Yeah,
fucking
like-
grew up into a goddamn
He was a
adult
little
Power
kid, and
Ranger.
whenever he transformed, he was like,
It was
Red
like he
Ranger.
was fucking, Captain Marvel, Shazam, and then, except he still had little kid voice as a Power Ranger, as an adult,
It's very weird.
or a teenager with attitude. Yeah, I hated that Blue Ranger. I was like, you fucking replaced Billy, you son of a bitch.
I just didn't like Turbo, period. I hated that they were cars. It was super boring.
Turbo was like a crossover for me. It
I
was like
didn't.
Transformers meets Power Rangers.
I didn't
Win-win.
like Rita's sister.
No.
I completely forgot about Rita's sister.
Didn't she end up going to becoming the villain for Power Rangers in space?
I also forget that was a thing.
I think I don't remember.
I remember watching the Turbo movie in theaters and being like,
It was stupid.
I watched it in theaters and was just like,
I have to.
I think I'm done with Power Rangers now.
I'll have to rewatch the Turbo movie because the only one I've rewatched here recently was the Ivan Ooze one.
Didn't it come out around the same time as Godzilla '98?
I think so. I don't remember.
I want to say Turbo might have.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I officially got out of Power Rangers around the time of Lightspeed.
I don't remember Lightspeed.
I didn't make it that far. They destroyed all my favorite Zords.
Yeah.
Or just...
Was that around the time Beetleborgs came out?
I think it was like long after. I think it was like after.
Beetleborgs came out far before.
I think Lightspeed was after Time Force.
I don't remember that one. I just remember switching from Power Rangers to Kamen Rider and Beetleborg.
No, Time Force had what? No. I can't remember if it was Wild Force after Time Force or something like that.
And then 1997 was a dark year.
Yeah.
Because of the next mutation.
Yeah.
And the Power Ranger crossover with the Ninja Turtles from the next mutation.
They end the episode where... Or they
They're
end that
just
crossover
fucking
where
goddamn
they're
surfing in space.
You know,
Like,
the vacuum of space, should kill them.
It still upsets me deeply to this day that they just fucking surfed outside the fucking goddamn space shuttle behind the thrusters in the vacuum of fucking space without a goddamn suit on.
The heat.
Be fucking cartoony. Put a fucking helmet on them. I would have been okay with that. No. They're just out there, mouths fucking gaped open with their stupid fucking retarded grins. Because they couldn't afford good puppeteers, so they just had shitty masks.
The heat or the radiation from the thrusters should have killed them.
Or the coldness of space, lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
Or wherever direction the sun was hidden should be cooked. No, none of that. Because they're mutated, like they're good. They can breathe in space. They're fucking Superman. Fuck you.
The things we watched as kids.
I still remember watching that as a kid. I was like,
I miss Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was so ugly.
Beast Wars was a fantastic series, though.
I watched it because it was Transformers, but looking back on it, it was fucking ugly.
Oh, it was absolutely atrocious looking, but it was a great series.
What
Stop kicking the back of my chair.
Was I kicking it? I
Yeah.
know it was.
Because that one, Reboot was ugly as fuck.
Also a good series.
And then,
Whatever happened to Reboot's reboot?
It's apparently still in production.
What was that one Beast Wars series, or the season or whatever that they ended on, where it's like they all had like these weird upgrades, but they were in like this futuristic city or something like that. Megatron was like this weird dragon thing attached to a ceiling.
It was Beast Wars, and then it was Beast... something else, I think. I'm gonna look that up.
Because
I just prefer G1 Transformers to Beast Wars.
See, I was never interested in cars, so Beast Wars was great.
I just thought
like
the equivalent of Megatron being a T-Rex was cool, because at the time I liked dinosaurs.
That just fucked with me because there's already a transforming dinosaur. He's a T-Rex. Why are you gonna make Grimlock fucking goddamn Megatron? Made no sense to me.
I forget what the factions were called.
Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo.
Okay.
I really don't remember Neo.
I think Neo was the
latter series I was just describing.
Or maybe it wasn't, because that looks like an anime.
That's probably why I don't remember Neo.
That also looks like an anime. What the fuck? Oh, Beast Machines. That's what it was. Makes me want to watch the anime now, though.
I just didn't like the designs they had.
I did.
Like, I just...
Though I did like the Predacons.
Predacons, that's what they were called. But what
Predacons and Maximals.
Okay.
I didn't like them. I didn't like half the designs. Like, who was the fucking cheetah?
Cheetor? Wasn't that his name? Cheetor?
Yeah, I think so.
That sounds like a He-Man villain name.
I think it was Optimus Primal,
Yeah, it was Optimus Primal.
Cheetor, Rat Trap.
Was it Optimus Primal or Maximus Primal?
It might have been that. I don't remember.
It was one of the two.
He was just the equivalent of Optimus Prime, but he was a gorilla.
And then they met Optimus Prime at one point.
There was I don't remember the rhino's name.
I had it for half a second, then I forgot about it.
There was a Velociraptor character that went
Wait, didn't the
from
rhino share the same name as one of the fucking dinosaurs from the G1? Like, it was like Snag or something like that.
I don't remember.
Was it Rawhide?
I think it was Rawhide.
There
was a Velociraptor character.
He was basically Starscream.
Yeah, was he?
He was basically Starscream, yeah.
I know there's like a story arc where he went kind of back and forth between being a Maximal and a Predacon.
Yeah, he was the equivalent to Starscream, but because he wasn't Starscream, I didn't like him as much.
I thought the weird wasp character was like the equivalent of Starscream.
No, because
She was a girl, right? I remember the wasp.
Waspinator.
Was it? Okay.
Waspinator was the wasp. No, Waspinator was a male, I think, and then there was a female.
There was like a Black Widow character.
Yeah.
I remember one of them
remember
was a
her
girl.
name.
I just don't remember most of them because, like I said, I didn't care for it.
That's because you're wrong.
No, it's because they got rid of like really good characters, like fucking Starscream.
Well, it's supposed to be set way after.
I think I really liked that show. I think the first Transformer I bought was a Beastwork character.
Oh, mine totally was.
I think it was Silverfang.
I got some of the Beast Wars Burger King toys.
I got GoBots before I got Transformers, though.
I didn't even get GoBots first. I got like the step below GoBots first. Like, whatever you found at the Big Lots.
There was another Beast Wars character action figure I got, but I don't remember him from the show. He was a bat.
See, I got a lobster. And I don't remember a lobster in that show. I remember a scorpion, but I don't remember a lobster.
I also have a Manta Ray Transformer, but I don't remember his name either.
I can't remember my first Transformer.
I think I got GoBots. Because I know they were not Transformers. They were little, like, cars about as big as I'm holding up my hands that you can all
GoBots
see.
were smaller.
They were like one of them was like a moped or something, I think. Unless I'm just thinking of the robot chicken.
I think you're thinking of the mini-cons from Transformers Armada. Because one of them was a moped. He was a blue one. But GoBots had like Coptor, and that's the only one I remember because his name was fucking stupid. Because he's a helicopter, you get it? Fuck you.
I don't remember anything of GoBots.
I don't remember.
You might have gotten lucky and not had to deal with GoBots.
I don't remember any of the names. I just remember getting little fucking GoBot.
Like, were they just a action figure set? Like,
Yeah,
did they had like a show or anything?
If they did, it was very short-lived.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why I don't remember anything about GoBots.
GoBots were the cheap alternative to Transformers.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all they were. But there was an even cheaper knockoff brand that you could find if your parents didn't love you. But yeah, I remember we would go to like these cheap ass fucking stores for like, like holiday shoppings and, getting school clothes and whatnot for like, cheap as fuck. And I found this fucking big huge box set of like what looked like a knockoff Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
I got it because, we were poor, and I was like, I want a Transforming toy. This isn't Transformers, but hey, he kind of looks like Voltron and not the gay one. Because, you know, nobody wants 52 car, you know, Machine Man. They want the 5 lines. But yeah, I had the knockoff Voltron Megazord looking guy. He was my first transforming toy before I ended up getting who was the yellow car that wasn't Bumblebee? Sunstreaker? Hotshot?
I can't
I
remember.
don't remember.
I think they were both yellow cars. I had one of them.
Uh,
The one that wasn't Bumblebee. I think he was my first Transformer.
well, guys, after we got on the subject of something, we've hit about an hour.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll end it here. I guess we'll see you next time. Like, subscribe.
Like the video if your parents didn't love you, you got knockoff Transforming toys.
Or GoBots. Just GoBots.
Anything that wasn't a Transformer or name brand.
Yeah.
Like those weird dollar store robot toys.
That's pretty much what my Voltron
I,
was.
I had some of those too. Oh, you're... not to go a little farther, but you remember when Dollar Store actually had good toys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
That's where I would get some of my Transformers because they were fucking cheap.
I also remember when Big Lots kind of had good toys.
Yeah.
Because I would go to the
Now
dollar
they just
store
have
and
shitty managers.
buy motherfucking... Fuck you, Randy.
Fucking Chuck. Anyway,
Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
subscribe to the main channel, Hard Reboot Network, and follow us on the Twitter.
All the social media things.
The Twitter, at Hard Reboot Net.
I think we're still on Facebook.
We are still on
Yeah.
Facebook, but nobody ever pays attention to our Facebook.
It's because nobody uses our Facebook. Like here, in this room. Nobody fucking updates the Facebook.
Shh.
Are you gonna hit the stop button yet, motherfucker?